evening to you. We are so glad to be back, and we did have to cancel last year. It's the one and only concert in 4 years we've ever had to cancel. She was sick. She couldn't even get out of bed. She tried, and we weren't able to come, and we missed being up here with you. Let me ask you this. How many of you are seeing us for the very first time? Is there anybody here? Wow, great. Well, thank you all for coming, and the rest of you, thank you for coming back. We're glad to have you. Y'all, there's enough of you that have seen us. I don't have to tell those same old jokes that are bad, you know. I got to come up with something new. Well, we are from Branson, Missouri. How many of you have ever been to Branson, Missouri? All right, good. We do a show there in Branson called Absolutely Country and Definitely Gospel 2 days a week on Tuesday and Thursdays at the God and Country Theater in Branson. And we're going to do a song that we added to this year's show. Can you find it?
Yeah. Keep talking.
I was talking to her. You know what? You got it right. I was telling my wife the other day, I turned 40 in September, and they said when you get to 40, that you begin to lose your, senses and your eyesight and everything first. I said, I must have beat it to it because I've already lost everything that I got. Then I know some of you, when I said 40, are looking going, he's got to be older than 40. No? Do what?
41.
41, all right. You got 1 year on me. Well, you look a whole lot younger than I do. Anyways, this is a song some of you might remember. A little known group called the Oak Ridge Boys recorded. Come on, lady. Can you feel it in your bones? A change is coming home. From every walk of life, people seeing the light. Can you feel it in your heart now? A new thing is taking shape. Reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Come on How about a hand for Mr. Lee Hendricks on the keys?
I've read about you, my friend. Anytime that you come on in, we can find a better way. Why don't you join us today? Can't you feel it in your heart now? A new thing is taking shape. Reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Reach out and touch a hand
Well, let me introduce everybody to you. You know Lee, he is over there playing that keyboard, and Lee doesn't normally get to travel with us on the week. We get him during our show on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but he is normally on the weekend out with a better gig that pays a whole lot more than what I can do. Back in December of last year, he was hired by none other than Mickey Gilley to play keyboards for the Urban Cowboy. He does a fantastic job playing the keys. He's originally from a town called Poplar Bluff, Missouri. That's where he's from, Poplar Bluff, the bluff down there in the Boot Hill of Missouri. He does a great job, and I will tell more about what he does and some different things as we go through the night. But I want you to make him welcome his first time to Coldest Christian Bookstore, Mr. Lee Hendricks. My name is Jonathan Edwards. I'm originally from Emporia, Kansas. That is where I grew up and I was raised. And I traveled for 7.5 years in a male quartet and loved traveling with those quartet guys. But I got smart. I traded them smelly guys in for a beautiful woman, and that's a good move on my part. We celebrated 4 years of marriage. Back April 6th, we celebrated 4 years of marriage, and I married her and moved her up way up to Branson, Missouri, from way down south in a town called Atmore, Alabama. That is where she's originally from. Would you make my wife welcome? This is Dean Edwards. Now, I tell folks everywhere I go that I grew up a preacher's kid, and I grew up independent, fundamental, Bible-believing, King James 1611, culotte-wearing Baptist. That's how I grew up. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I didn't wear the culottes. That would have been shorts, and we were against it. But I grew up in church, and let me tell you, church has changed a lot since I was a kid. One of the biggest things that's happened is they quit singing out of this thing called the hymn book, and they started putting the words up on giant screens. Now, I got to tell you, the older I get, the more I like the words on the giant screen, because I can still read them up there. But it never fails. We go places, people will ask us to sing some of our favorite hymns. And so, if it's all right with you, do you like the old hymns? Well, we're going to sing some of our favorite old